hearty soup made with assorted vegetables seasoned with fresh herbs and pieces of tender roasted turkey. Here's how to put those turkey leftovers to good use. And make leftover turkey pot pie soup. Okay, why is this your next must-make soup recipe? First of all, it's gonna put leftover turkey to good use. Number two, it is extremely delicious. It actually tastes like a rich and creamy turkey pot pie. And number three, I'm gonna show you how to take this recipe from simple to amazing. It's very easy. Let's begin with the leftover turkey. You're gonna need 2 to 3 pounds of leftover turkey. That's about 5 cups. We're removing the skin, then taking the meat off the bone. We're gonna be cutting the meat into bite-sized chunks. Fingers crossed you have both light and dark meat at hand. It's gonna give this soup lots of flavor. Let's continue now with the veggies. We have an assortment of vegetables, same ones we use to make turkey pot pie. 2 carrots, they're peeled, cut in half lengthwise, then sliced half circle style. We have 2 ribs of celery, roughly chopped. 2 potatoes, they're peeled and cubed. Also 1 cup of fresh or frozen peas. Next, we have 2 flavor dynamos going in this recipe, leeks and garlic. 2 leeks, green and root ends discarded, then cut in half and rinse under cool water. We're then gonna slice it. I have 2 big garlic cloves, they're peeled and then finely diced. We're also gonna add some fresh herbs from the garden. 2 teaspoons each of fresh thyme, and then I'm gonna chop up some fresh sage. Last essential ingredient, you're gonna need a turkey or chicken or a poultry stock. During the holidays, save that big turkey carcass, boil it down, and you're left with a rich bone broth, which works perfectly in this recipe. Here comes a pro tip. Pour that stock into a medium pot on stovetop, 5 cups total. We're gonna bring it to a boil and then reduce to simmer to keep it hot. Having the stock hot is gonna speed up the step where we thicken the soup. You know what? Let's make the soup now. Place a medium pot on stovetop over moderate heat. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of butter. When the butter is melted, add the leeks and the celery, stir them in, then cover and cook for about 3 minutes. We want those veggies soft and translucent. Next, we're gonna add the garlic, the carrots, the potatoes, the fresh herbs, plus here's your flavor game changer, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Stir to combine, cover, and cook for an additional 3 minutes. Next, we're gonna sprinkle 3 tablespoons of unbleached all-purpose flour into the pot. We need to stir to coat the veggies and cook that flour for about a minute. It needs to get a little brown. Now, we're gonna add that hot stock, stirring while the soup thickens. Trust me on this, it really is that easy. Here are your last few steps. Add the turkey to the pot, stir it in, then cover and simmer for 10 minutes. But wait, remember the upgrade? We're gonna make puff pastry pot pie toppers. Watch this. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We have a large baking sheet with parchment paper. Crack an egg into a small bowl. We're gonna whisk. Have some sea salt flakes at the ready along with a pastry brush. I defrost the puff pastry usually 4 hours before. You can use the full package or half, up to you, depending on how many guests you're serving. Roll the puff pastry out onto a floured work surface. We're gonna cut it in half and then in quarters, and then divide those squares into triangles. Transfer to a lined baking sheet, brush with the egg wash, and then a sprinkle of those sea salt flakes. Transfer it to the hot oven, bake until golden. It'll take about 10 minutes. And just like that, we're ready to serve. Bring your soup over to your workstation. We're gonna add the cup of peas. Let's add about 1/4 cup of chopped flat leaf parsley. Sprinkle kosher salt, sprinkle black pepper, stir everything in and do that taste test, then adjust seasoning accordingly. Right about now, the puff pastry is done, perfectly golden. Let's serve. Ladle the soup into bowls. You can do a little sprinkle of extra flat leaf parsley and then place 1 pastry biscuit on the side. Serve immediately. Ready, set, go. Full recipe is up at weekendatthecottage.com. When you're visiting our website, please subscribe to it. Look for this video on our dedicated YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it as well. And then when soup is this delicious, it is so delicious, take a picture of it, post it using hashtag weekendatthecottage on your favorite socials like Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. Hearty, creamy, leftover turkey pot pie soup with a puff pastry topper. Finally, the perfect way to put leftover turkey to good use. Dig in, everybody. Enjoy. Watch this. Crispy? Yeah, beauty.